Okay, sorry about that. Had to check, make sure it was on. I cannot edit anything right now. I don't think. I can't do it with my laptop. But some people have... I don't know how many of you follow Boostosaurus Rex or Sekhmet 1098. Or as some people like to call her, Seek Helmet. I like that one. If it wasn't a blatant ripoff, I'd probably use it more often. But if you've seen them, then you've seen Harris Hill Road, which is the name of a racetrack. And you want to talk about creative names, the racetrack is on Harris Hill Road. Now, for all intents, I just left my house, and I'm sliding around this corner. Cold tires suck. You've seen me complaining about not being able to get onto this track, and Sekhmet and Boostosaurus know that I live in San Marcos. They don't really know where. Yeah, most people don't know exactly where I live. That's kind of nice. Keeps me from having to worry quite so much. Not that I really care, but they've seen me complaining about not being able to go, and the only reason I can't go is because I don't have the money. I mean, it's $200 a day for a track day, which is the highest in the state that I've seen so far. But I don't have the leathers either. I wear a mesh jacket. I've got the gloves. I've got leather pants that Moira, who is the lady that runs the motorcycle track days. I don't know if she has anything to do with the autocross or anything else they do out there. She might be okay with the pants that I've got. They are leather. They're not racing pants. They don't have knee pucks or anything like that. In my boots, I've got some Tourmaster waterproof boots that are completely leather, but they're not racing boots, and I think that's one of the catches, is that they have to be racing boots. So I need, I don't know, about $1,000 worth of gear that I can't afford. And then it still is $200 a day, plus I'd really like, shit, I hate it when there's oncoming traffic on that corner. I'd really like some frame sliders, which unfortunately are incredibly hard to find for this bike. I know a guy that custom makes them, and they're like 200 bucks a set, so there's more money that I don't have. That's just stuff that's something I'd like to have before I take it on a track, because quite frankly, frankly, you're very, very likely to crash on a track. Now, it probably won't be anything too severe. Usually it's a low side or maybe a high side, but you know, you're not gonna like hit a telephone pole or something like that and just destroy your bike. Chances are it's gonna be mostly cosmetic damage and maybe a couple of bent appendages, handlebars, or... Oh, there was a nice little second gear. Ha! Maybe snap off a peg or something like that. So really it's going to be cosmetic, you know, you're not going to bend the frame. And frame sliders will help a lot in that regard. Although I'm pretty sure I could survive either way. But they've seen me bitch and bitch and bitch, and for the most part I'm fucking with them, and they know it. But I'm going to show you why, because I'm actually on my way to the track right now. Kind of like this road. There's not usually too many cops out here. It's straight, as you can tell. Not the smoothest road in the world, but gets the job done, right? Unfortunately, I didn't check the time when I left the house. Ow. I should have. I meant to, but oh well. Oh, God. This thing is not made for, well, nothing is made for, oh, Jesus. Nothing is made for bumps like this at 80 miles an hour. Ah, I think I caught air that time. Okay. Now, why am I always complaining? Because by my clock, it took me 3.5 minutes to get here. And this is the entrance to the fucking track. when I say that there's a track near my house, it's like 4 miles, you know, and granted I was going a little bit too fast. What the fuck? No way. Okay, I don't know how well this is gonna come out in the video, but that is a bull. Almost looks inflatable, but yeah, it's made out of fabric. It's got a frame underneath it, and it's built on top of a go-kart. I would pay a hell of a lot of money to see that on that track. That would just be pretty much epic. What the fuck, man? You see some weird shit when you're in the middle of nowhere. But really? And the old ass fire truck at the race. Come on, people. You can't get a better freaking fire truck than that. Anyway, that's some of the other, that's part of the track right there. I don't know what turns they are or anything like that. One day I will be out there riding that thing, and I will have at least one camera going, if not 4 or 5. I will turn this bitch into the Google bike for that ride if they will let me. Frankly, I don't see why they wouldn't, but you know, their track, their rules. So yeah, that's why I'm always bitching, because when I say there's a track near my house, I mean you can fart and I can be at that track before the smell goes away. But anyway, that's enough of that.